All right, now we are recording. This is The New Color, a podcast about the seriousness in comedy. And my ultimate position is you cannot be serious and funny. Though I get, people seriously like to make points through comedy. I get that, but that makes it like agendized, and I don't like that. So I guess I'm just kind of trying to figure out and asking people I think are funny, like how they feel about it. So our first question is, I'd like to bring up when I said the N-word on stage. You were there for that. I think that was a... Right? Remember that?
It's been on his mind ever for the last 2 years.
I decided to create a podcast to confront everybody about that situation.
Okay. Are you ever going to get David Yates on here?
Yes, ultimate... what is it? Season finale.
David Yates for an hour.
Yeah. No, I thought that's a great point because it's like a very... It's fucking... Sometimes you just got to do it. Get out of here. But I think it's a great subject. No, I don't. I can put her in the cage. But I'll do that in a minute. I think it's a great subject to start on because it's very like arbitrary, subjective, and it's like there was like 4 people in the club that night. Marcos goes, "Hey, I bet you won't say the N-word." I go, "Yeah." Say the N-word. Causes a very small like 10-minute rift, like very insignificant, but it was quite funny because almost everyone thought it was funny except one person. But also, I feel as though you weren't necessarily on my side, which you shouldn't have been. I was retarded for saying that on stage. But it was funny when we came back and you were like, "I just think we should respect the club more." Remember that?
If you remember what I said, I don't remember.
I think it was something like that.
Dude, 2 weeks ago before the open mic ended, I fucking asked. There was something that was going on stage about, like, I don't know any slurs for Arab people or Indian people. And I look at Howdy and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go up there and say sand nigger," and Howdy's like, "Don't do that." But I wanted to get his approval, and he was like, "No."
Yeah, I didn't say ER. We're blurring that. We're beeping things.
Oh, this one's going up.
This is going up.
We're recording.
Yeah, there's no point to not having that.
My legs don't even work. No, but Howdy was very certain, like, don't do that.
But yeah,
and then I go up there like, "Oh, sand," and I pointed at a black dude. But no one.
So what's the question?
The question is,
how do I feel about it?
Yeah, no, the question is, I want to, because your opinion, I felt like it was great at the time because everyone was being so emotional about the subject. Like, let him say what he wants. Oh, you can't say what you want. And you're like, I think you say what you want, but you have to respect the club. Like, this could get the club in trouble. This could get the place where you like to do comedy. You could never do it again because they could be like, "Oh, they say the N-word here. Shut the whole place down." Which I think was a great point. But I think that's a good subject to start on, whether, because obviously I wasn't serious.
Yeah.
I was joking. Almost every time I'm on stage, I'm not serious. I feel like a lot of people aren't serious the second they get on stage. But I also feel like some people use their stage time to be, like, subtly serious.
Yeah.
And I just hate that.
I hate it, too, to be honest. So here are my thoughts on it, then. I guess what you're saying is probably aligned with probably what I said, which was, "Hey man, this is where we do comedy, and maybe we should be mindful of really like pushing those types of boundaries." Because to me, that like this I don't know. It's a conflict. It's a complicated because there's like a lot of ways to look at it. And it's hard for me because I'm the at the time I was the front of house manager at the club. I deal with certain complaints. If something is said at an open mic, I hear it from management. You guys don't hear any of that. You guys just to go up to get to say what you want to say. But I'm the one that has to report to management and say, "Hey, is this what happened? Like, we heard complaints about this." You really have to get on people and make sure people don't say shit like that. So in a way, I was kind of put into the position where I have to be serious, and it's hard for me to joke and be serious at the same time. Like I want to, like, if I'm being serious, it's hard for me to be jokey. It's
almost impossible.
Exactly, and that's why it's a good premise to bring up. It's like this whole seriousness in comedy, And my level was specific to the fact that I was one of the managers at the club.
You have to be
so
serious.
I don't even know if you have to. Other people could be like not as serious, but I internally as a person, I take my job seriously when I do it. That's why when I host and Anthony's like, "Yo, is it cool if I go up and say this?" I'm like, "No, I don't want you to go up and say that at my mic because I'll have to do damage control. If we're at your mic and no one gives a fuck, go off for it, dude." That's why it's like, Yeah, say whatever you want, but of course we should be mindful of things. However, yeah, I remember. I honestly, dude, that night I didn't even hear you say it. I went afterward and saw everything that happened.
Right.
So I had to give my kind of like outside perspective of I wasn't even there in the room. I could see his point. I could see our point. Ultimately, I'm like, who cares? No one heard. But I see the point of like, well, the point is that you're comfortable sitting. It's like, okay, all right, whatever it is.
Yeah,
like,
then it becomes different.
that's like a whole. Exactly. That's a whole. Like, well, you live in your hometown. You don't know that. I'm like, okay, shut up. Like that to me, that's like another like an elitist point of view. You know. But I could see. I internally, I try to play devil's advocate a lot. I try to be objective. When I was in college, I was in the newspaper, so I feel like I try to not report things, but I try to look at things with the three perspectives of a story. What this person's saying, what that person's saying, and then what really happened. You know, so I try to be objective about the whole thing. Ultimately, I don't give a fuck, dude. Like I
thought you were impartial, like to a great degree about it, because like you said, you were very much like it's obviously you made like 2 people laugh. Because there's that many people in the club that night. But
it was Marcos's night for sure because no one was there.
So obviously, I think you did have the best opinion about it because everyone else was like, they're picking sides. And when you pick sides, you're obviously not going to want to hear anybody out. And even I'm like the one like, who the fuck are you to tell me what to say? You know,
that's
like,
how I would feel. Yeah, I understand that, dude. That's why I'm like, that's why I saw your side. Like, I saw your side.
My side was loud.
I walked in after work. This is after the mic is done.
Oh my god.
I walk in, Davey Yates and you are like arguing in front. I walk in, Marco's explaining to Angel, you can't just do that. You got to do something to get to there.
Yeah, no, everyone's right. And it's even funnier. Marcos would be like, you can't just say it. You fucking dared me to say it. But maybe he wanted a joke.
But that's like, and it's like, it's a thing too. Like, we have to be very clear about like.
Louis C.K. says it, but he has a giant joke around it.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. He's like the kind of the only person I can even think of, but who's like has the N-word joke, and it's like he'll do it in Madison Square Garden. It's so perfect, you know. But then also it's like I'll save that because it's getting into a later question. But let's just go to the next one. All right. Let's stop talking about my past. Comedy is obviously subjective, but but obviously the best comedians can make anything funny. And I wrote can make relatively anything, but then I crossed out relatively because I'm like a good comedian can make anything funny. But it only makes sense, right? So in the pursuit of this as a comic, you're going to say things that are abhorrent. You're going to say things because you want to be the best. You want to be funny. You want to be good. So you're like, oh, if they say anything, I want to say anything. Tell me one of the jokes you would never say on stage. A joke you would never say on stage now because you're like, wow, I can't believe I used to say that.
I did like when I first started, I used to just be really dirty. Just like, and I still am dirty, but over the years I've learned that like when you talk about really dirty shit, people get turned off by it. Like it's not like talking to your boys about something. It's not like talking about your girl about like some silly thought you had. Like you're making strangers laugh and they don't want to hear about how you have schmegma. You know, it's like they don't want to hear about how you have foreskin.
I don't want to hear that shit.
And exactly, it's like, and internally in my head, that's like, dude, I think that's so silly and so funny. But then I quickly realized like, no one wants to picture dick cheese. Like no one wants, like that's disgusting. Like. And I used to have this joke that I thought was so clever and so funny and so silly. And it got laughs, but it was more like, those like, you know, like those shock laughs. So I have this joke about basically being a Packers fan. They're known as the Cheeseheads, and I picked their team because I had cheese on my dickhead. and like, I remember and at the club doing shows for quote unquote real people. By that I mean like paying audience members, like, people that are paying don't want to hear that stuff. I did that joke in LA and like this like hot like influencer type girl and her friends like just walked out and we're just disgusted.
That's awesome.
And I still kept doing it probably for like a year after that. I've probably done it once or twice since then, but I don't do it anymore just because it's so fucking disgusting. And I think that's not really talking about like a specific topic that's like, you know, rape or murder or something like that. But to me, like the really explicitly dirty stuff can also be one of those things where it's like, this is like, dude, this is gross. Like, but I think about like Joey Diaz. Joey Diaz has like these longest disgusting stories, and I thought that was so funny. So I think maybe I'll bring it back later in my years as I get more experience talking about that kind of stuff. But that's probably one of the things that I don't really do anymore, which is like talking about having dick cheese, even though it was like I thought clever. But.
Well, you answered my question, and my question was like, why did you become a Green Bay Packers fan? Yeah. I put green. That was
You can't spell Bay.
BAE.
I was in line at Starbucks.
Oh man, yeah. I have a really.
What about you?
I was gonna bring up mine as an example too, because
Yeah.
I have a disgusting one that I said in the middle of a really good set, and I wrote it, and I was like, man, maybe if my mom just gave me some pussy, I wouldn't watch so much porn. And yeah, like I thought it was just hilarious. And out of everybody, Angel's like Mike. So I'm like, oh, I could never do this again.
Well, I thought we're joking here.
Fucking dude.
No, and that to me is silly funny. It's like, no, I really don't think Mike wanted pussy from his mom, you know. But it's just like,
Right?
it's so funny to like.
That's what sucks too. Is there's so much levels to comedy. You do have to like, in a silly joke, think about it like, he ain't being serious about that.
Yeah,
But
it's like, it's sarcasm, you know. It's like,
wait, they're telling jokes. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. No, that's what I think every time I go on stage, and I'm not smart enough to get my point across. So when they don't get it, I'm like, what are you guys, fucking retards? And
Yeah.
I didn't articulate it well enough. I said just the nastiest thing I could.
Yeah.
But I won't do that again until I make it funnier, because I'm like, that is pretty funny, the premise.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
probably like a 5-minute joke of it, because people are gonna go ew, and then you got to bring them in. I can never commit to a bit. That's probably my main thing, because I don't take it seriously enough. So that's why this whole thing is a pursuit of, I'm trying to understand, pick my favorite people I think are the funniest, and I'm like, they obviously take it way more serious than me, and they're still funny. So I'm trying to see what other people, how they balance it. You know?
Well, it's like, what part of comedy is serious? The actual, like, the acting
Sitting
is.
down,
Well, no,
writing?
it's like, no. Well, it's like, what level is like what you're saying on stage? Is that the seriousness? Is that like we're trying to get some sort of message across? Because I saw this like this comedian one time. It was like one of these posts like on Threads or whatever. That was like, if your comedy is not like captivating, or if it's not thought provoking, it's not true comedy. And I'm like, oh, come on, dude.
like poetry or some shit. Right?
It's like, dude, it's like, or how about everything can exist, and if it makes you laugh, it's fine. Like, you know, it doesn't need to be separated between if it's thought provoking or if it's like some sort of like transcendental fucking thought. No, can we just have a good laugh? Like, I'm just and to me, dude, I don't know if this has any correlation, but I'm Mexican, so like all the jokes I grew up laughing at is just stupid one-liners, stupid silly shit. Like, just like you see a fat guy, you call him fat. It's like, that's like funny. It's like,
I worked in the fields, and there's a fat family, and they'd just call them the babosos. I was like, that's so mean.
George Lopez.
And I don't like speak Spanish, so I don't know you shouldn't say it to them.
Yeah.
I'm like, babosos.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
my buddy working with me, like, you should have never. Now they know everyone calls them that.
Yes. Yeah.
Man.
Dude, it's like, it's low key talking shit. It's mean. It's ruthless sometimes, but that's just like, I don't know, dude. That's my cup of tea. That's my cup of horchata. You know, it's like, I like mean. I like silly, dumb shit. So, but I don't think comedy has to be so serious that it's like, it makes you think about the war in Ukraine or something like that. It could.
Yeah, no.
It's not saying that it can't, but I don't think it has to be good.
Yeah.
You know, and but there's like, again, levels to the seriousness. Yeah. Like, are we talking about the seriousness of comedy, or are we just talking about treating stand-up and the trying to be a comedian serious? And that maybe is like, I'm more serious with that. It's like, I don't want to go to a mic and disrespect a club. I could do that and not give a fuck. Like Nathaniel, we went and did an audition the other day, and Nathaniel, even when he auditioned at the club, he goes up and is just silly. He's not going to go do his tight five. He's going to go up and do a new joke. He'll be silly. He did this thing the other day where he like scared an audience member. That's not in his tight five, but he just was riffing and in the moment and funny. And that to me is I wish I could be not as serious as that. I wish I could be just like, let go and be like, fuck it, let's be silly and not give a fuck about this audition, because truthfully it doesn't matter. And he ended up getting booked anyway, and he had fun doing it. So it's like, I ended up getting booked doing my tight shit that I was like, oh dude, I could have been more experimental, but like, I treat it so serious sometimes where I don't want to smoke before a set. I want to be like sober. I want to be networking, all that dumb shit where you're like trying to be a business person. Like, so that's a whole seriousness to it that I think is important to this too. Because sometimes if I see people being too serious with it, I'm like, oh, dude, like that's corny, but that's how you get good, you know. But those are kind of my thoughts on that.
No, yeah, I think I want to interview Nathaniel too, because that's like kind of the subject of him is you're so silly and natural. Because I'm like, he's great in the sense of everyone I have on my list to interview, he's like the most natural, just everything about it. But also that's why I want to interview people like Alec. The AO, the Bentley guy, because he obviously was like, all right, comedy's fun and all, doesn't pay. Like, and it's really funny because everyone's like, you're not gonna get anything out of it for 15 years. He did it for like I don't know how long, and maybe a couple months. It's like this shit don't pay at all.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a band. And make money. So it's really funny because he was like, obviously there's some sense of seriousness to it. He's like, this shit is not a waste of time with nothing in return. So I just can't do this. Versus I've done it for like probably like 6 years now. Made like $50.
Yeah.
Right? How much have you made doing comedy?
Over 10 grand.
Okay. All right. See, I had a question with Anthony. I was like, how long did it take to make just your first grand? How long did it take to make just the first grand? If you can think about
Within the first year.
Really?
Because
that's amazing.
But that's only because I got an opportunity to produce shows at the club.
True.
And
So,
all of this,
time and place.
all of this, literally, all of this is because shit. Not to the IRS. I didn't make over 10,000, but like it's just because I got in the position where we needed to book shows at the club that just opened, and I got producer credits and stuff like that. That's where I made more money. But actual cash doing stand up, probably like 2,000. Like over the past good. Like 5 years of like actually like here's $50 or here's 300 or here's 100 or here's like probably like 2,000. But. That is just like time and place, being in the right, like being at the club, being associated with the club, and like being there when it started and help bring shows when it opened, like that. That's what kind of like led to that. But
yeah, sorry to bring finances into it. We're done with the finance question. You kind of answered the other one. It was about like taking comedy seriously. I think you gave a good answer on that, so I'm gonna skip. But this one is just like, how do you balance the two? Where do you find balance? Because like we were saying, you don't want to go up there and talk about. I know I have jokes about like Israel and like Palestine and all that, but like you say, you don't want to go up there and talk about like political alignment in any way, right?
Not in any way. I just don't think it's funny, and I literally don't find any interest in talking about the war or talking like I just don't. I, as a person, I'm not researching it. I'm not talking about it. I have feelings about it. I feel bad about it, but I don't know. Like, I don't know the specifics to align myself with the position or but I just have a bad feeling about it. So I'm like, if something makes me feel bad, I'm not like, I'm going to tackle this and write a joke about it and prove a point. No, I'll stay in my lane. I'm like, y'all can handle that. Like,
because I'm an idiot, and I write the jokes, and I go like, oh, this will show anybody who supports Israel after I write the joke, and then. Even if someone like Pat is very pro-Israel, I'll tell the joke, and I get Pat to laugh, and I go, well, maybe it's just not that big a deal. Maybe I did exactly what I wanted to. It was just make people, oh, you're aware of it? Move on, But I don't know. I think when it comes to like balancing the two, you have to completely disregard seriousness.
Yeah.
To me, that's just how because the second I start taking comedy seriously, I go up, I'm like about to go on stage having a fucking panic attack, like real crazy anxiety dumps. But I see other people, they go up there, what's his name? Hacker. I think Hacker's great. Very, sometimes political, sometimes subjective, whatever, but it's always about, I guess, his sexuality, right? Which is, it's a political subject.
He brings up sexuality, I bring up that I'm Mexican. It's
and
like...
It's all you know, it's all you know. So I guess the question is like, how do you write jokes outside of your own realm? Because I tried to write jokes, and it might be just like a storytelling joke, but I can't tell stories. It has to be like a quick one-liner. Because if I tell a story, I get convoluted. Everyone's like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?" It's like hearing just a retard ramble. And so that's what I try to avoid. But I was listening to a funny podcast where they're like, I won't. And this is funny because he's like, I won't produce comedians who have a same joke I've heard like a million times, but just like in a different format. So if someone has the trans joke, like I've heard it. If someone has the like I went to go see Ari Maddie, that guy from Kill Tony. He had a real funny joke, and the whole time I'm like, I have that joke too. He just said it way better. It's about like, oh fucking I didn't know I was having sex with a tranny. till I fucking figured out I was sucking a guy's dick.
Yeah.
And he had it like 5 minutes long format.
Yeah.
Really good punch and everything. And I was like, oh man, this is exactly what that guy's talking about. Is everyone's doing this joke all around the world, just different. Mm-hmm. So maybe it is maybe comedy is I guess better because it's Ali Sequid. You know that black dude, the real funny black dude.
Yes.
He was saying he's like, I can't stand a joke that's like about the news or about what's going on right now. He's like, I want to hear about your life. Like, make that funny.
Low key, me, dude. That's what I like.
Yeah.
I understand that people want to write jokes about subject matter, and I know that's like a specific style, but I think my specific style is writing about my personal experiences and not so much my thoughts on subjects. You know, It's like I want to make something funny that happened to me or something that I grew up seeing, and make that funny as opposed to like, you know, I just said it, but like writing something about the news or something. But
I change someone's mind, right?
Because that to me, you can't steal that. You can't steal an experience you had growing up. You could, and if anything, you may be able to relate to more people. You know, and that to me is like, that's how I like to be. You know, I like to I want to relate to people on some personal aspect that happened to mine, or just be silly about it. You know, but yeah.
No, I love that. Anthony, questions.
How many people would
Are you actually handicapped?
Yeah, my knees hurt.
Oh, okay.
He did get in a little accident. I forgot about that. And then he gets in his little accident. He gets in his accident.
A little cut.
Remember when you were over here? He's like over here. He's fucking like this. He's like, I can't move. And my dog just wipes him. He's like, oh, fucking Star Wars scream. But
No
yeah.
one said anything, but then we got into the house and Michael told his wife, like, oh yeah, he screamed like a bitch in the backyard. They were all serious. They were concerned, and then we get inside, like, nah, he's a bitch.
He's walking. But sorry to interrupt your
No,
question.
you're good. How many people are you willing to deport to get stage time?
I don't care about comedy that much to ruin someone's life, so I don't think any.
That was good.
Yeah, I don't think any.
Don't make this political. If there's one thing we're not.
Everything you're saying, like, well, I do that.
Wait, are they criminals or are they people that came here and overstayed their visas?
No families.
What kind of criminal? Are we talking about
He's
a
the guy
misdemeanor or
he's
someone?
the guy that ran into your car and drove off.
No, he can stay. That's fine.
That's a very Christian standpoint. Very forgiving. I like where this is going. All right, let's keep that route. What else you got on that little
trying to
notebook?
read my notes. That was it.
That was the only question? Okay.
They're gonna make new meta glasses for dyslexic people that put the letters in the right order for you, so that you can see it.
Fucking, I'm still gonna. What the fuck, blue coupe?
Blue Coot? Well, Blue Chew.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
See, this is why I was like, Anthony, you got to do this with me. You're one of the only other idiots I'm on the same level as. Yeah. Like, if I did this with anybody else, they'd be up here. They'd be running the show. But we're both right here. So it's a very good mix. Very good mix. Yeah, no, that's actually every question I had. I was like, I went to ChatGPT to make up questions, and they were all so gay.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's usually what happens.
so fucking gay. And then I'm trying to be mean to it. Like, can you write a thought-provoking question? And it's like, sure. Like, it's still gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of every question I had, but I think that was great. I'm trying to keep these really short format. And Anthony's like, no, we should go for an hour. I was like 25, 30 minutes tops.
Okay.
Because then who the fuck really watches an hour? Nobody. Other than if you're big and famous, you're going to watch an hour. But if it's nobody, we're lucky to get them for 20 to 35 minutes, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're more than likely to get more views having a shorter video,
Right.
so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
I think this is great. I think we covered exactly, because there's never going to be like a ultimate answer on this. I just want to get different perspectives for my personal gain. Nobody else
said about like make jokes about your personal experience instead of like subject matter, your thoughts on it, because that's where I've been getting into. Where like how do I make fun of this serious situation right now? But it's like everybody's doing it. Also, am I equipped enough, or do I know enough for this thing to be kind of like thought provoking?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Always
just
know.
Fucking just do what I
Yeah,
want.
always know and then just do the joke. You know what? Don't know it, and I'm gonna do the joke.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna go longer.
What time is it?
I was ready. 8:25.
Oh yeah, we got time.
Yeah, no, we got time. We're not
We
done
can still
filming.
work on it.
We're not done
Okay.
filming.
But no, you did a great job at fucking asking questions and just.
Yeah, that's it. I didn't want to come off like too like, so who is your favorite comedian and why are they the best? But I don't know. I couldn't think of any other questions.
I wish I didn't take comedy seriously.
Me too. I feel like I'd be better at it.
Well, what audition did you
100%.
do?
I feel like the Chateau, Comedy Chateau. I just feel like like I said, I had said it earlier. I just, when I work and I do something, I try to be very serious about it.
You're a Mexican background, so
dude, that's
strong work ethic.
I feel like that's literally what it is. Like, I just treat work as work, even if it's like, even if comedy is not clocking in to do a target shift, how I used to. You know, I treat it like, no, we're here to do a job. We're not gonna fuck around. We're not gonna get like, you know, like we're gonna be respect this. Like, I hate to be pansy about it, but that's just how. I don't know if that's how I was raised or like that. That's just like respect. You know, it's just like.
I think it's 100% how you're raised. Because I was raised not even by a father with any kind of convictions. My dad was in jail my whole life, and I'd watch like Ralphie May, Blue Collar Comedy, whatever's on Comedy Central, right?
Yeah.
And I go, I'm raised by my grandparents. I go, these guys are funny. I'm probably like 9 or 10. I'm like, Grandma, like, I want to be a comedian. And the first thing she has to say is like, get that stupid idea out of here. If you're not...
Your dreams are shut down.
Immediately. And she's like, think of something reasonable to do with your life because that pisses me off, like you saying that. And I was always like, I shut it down immediately. Always been a real funny guy. Dad gets out of jail. Joking with my dad. And I make a joke that's like, kind of bagging on him in a way, and he's like, you know, you only tell so much jokes because you want attention because you never had like a dad or anyone there.
Your dad telling you
that. So like I'm
on the nose right there.
Yes, fucking psychology, like 10 years in the pen, studied fucking what's his name, Freud or some shit. But
yeah,
it's just funny him trying to be like, don't make fun of me, you're only doing this because you never had a dad. Well, I'm only doing this because I never had a dad. You're right, this is all your fault. You know,
right.
In my opinion, this is all your
Now you're
fault.
gonna blame it on me?
Yeah.
And he's that kind of guy. He would have. R.I.P. Dad. He just died recently, but good guy.
Where'd you get that girl dad shirt?
Oh, this was a present from my aunt. Pretty cool. But yeah, no, that's what. So
you have one too.
I don't have a girl. I have a step granddad.
That's funny. That's even funnier, actually. Step girl dad. But no. So I think like my pursuit of comedy from a kid was always just goofy, funny, goofing off. And then people put in my head, like, you can't do that. So I'm taking life a little seriously because I've always been a goofball. Mm-hmm. So I start taking life seriously, less being funny. I'll probably wait till I'm fucking... I don't know when I started doing comedy, like 22. So that's like a 10-year gap before I ever think in my head from... You know, being shot down from the most important people in your life. And then I'm ever like, you know, maybe I can do comedy. Maybe I should just give it a try.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think going into it, I always had like in the back of my head, like, no, you got to be funny because these people, your loved ones were like, you're fucking retarded.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Making people laugh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You know you're only doing that because you suck, right?
So are you feeling like you started stand-up, when you do stand-up, do you have some sort of feeling like I'm doing this to prove my family wrong, or like, do you have any of that? Like, I'll show them, like...
Well, yeah, obviously. Sometimes I'm like, man, this is all going to be worth it one day. But then you get off from doing like a really bad set, and you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I go up there and I'm like, I want to be funny. I want to be good. That's it. I want to be good at being funny. So I want to say whatever I want. And it's going to be political. Mm-hmm. That's kind of all I do in my free time is, I guess, focus on the news. But so I'm trying to step out of that too, stay off the internet, and then write stories about myself. But when I write something about myself, it always goes political, or like I say, it's always like on an agenda. Like it's in my head.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Which I don't think it's wrong. Just like I think it's
wrong.
You think it's
I'm
wrong?
trying to write jokes about myself, and then just all leads into sexual stuff.
Write a joke about myself leads into illegal immigration. Like, what the fuck am I doing?
I this is probably bad advice, and I'm not giving it to you. I'm telling you about kind of what I like.
I need it.
But no, I'm not. But like, when I see new comedians come out and they just eat shit and they're just bad, I don't say, hey, dude, you should go learn how to write a joke. Think about what's happened. What's your favorite movie? Write a joke about the movie, or what's in the news. Like, I don't say that. I say, hey, dude, or hey, whatever. What's like the funniest thing that happened to you in your life? Like, what's like something? And then they'll think about it. It's like, how about you go tell that story? Because that's already has in built in like funny things, and you're not trying to make something funny. That is inherently already something funny that happened. Like Lloyd, the trans person that goes and does comedy.
So funny.
Had a story about the first time they had sex with the dude and now they're gay or whatever. Like that whole story that whatever that Lloyd tells is personal. It's silly and literally it like kills every time Lloyd goes up because it's just something that happened to him. You know, so it's like. I don't know. I kind of like telling this like something silly that happened to you as opposed to a news thing. But that's just my way of getting out of how do you write something different? Yeah. Like think about so.
No, 100%. Okay. Think of something, Anthony, on the spot now.
No. How many Charlie and Kirk jokes do you have?
None.
None.
I had 2 that night, but
how'd they go over?
They killed because I didn't. No pun intended. No, I didn't really joke. I just brought it up like subtly, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, he brought it up!" Like everyone's laughing and shit.
Waiting
like
for it, yeah.
I didn't. It wasn't even crazy. I literally went on stage and I was like, "Guys, I'm excited to be here." And then I stopped and paused, and I was like, "Wait, is that a sniper back there?" and everyone just started dying laughing. You know, it's like. And that too is like I didn't choose a stance. I just brought the subject up. You know, it's like. And then it was also 9/11, so I said, "At a moment of silence, so you guys can hear my stomach gargling right now because I have bubble guts." And then it's like another silly, like it's like you think I'm talking about 9/11, but it's like.
Subversion.
So is that what is subversion?
It's I'm leading to right here. Actually, it's about my fucking bubble guts.
Yes, yeah.
I'm talking about politics, but it's a rape joke.
Okay. Politics, rape, it's the same thing. So
in this day and age,
I feel like I had something to say before because I was like seriousness in comedy. I feel like over the years, I feel like. My level of seriousness and wanting to do it has definitely depleted. Right. Like, I feel like when I was doing shows with Bad Neighbor and we were on our shit, that felt like, dude, we could take this to the moon. Everything's dissipated now. 2 of the people quit. So it's like, and now there's no club. My pursuit of comedy is like, how serious are you going to take this, Anthony? Are you really going to drive to other cities to do 3-minute open mics? Are you really going to still keep doing it, knowing that you don't have any stage time in town? Yes. This has put a lot of like road bumps in my pursuit of comedy because it's like, oh, dude, I want this, but I don't know if I can afford or can keep driving out of town. I have a day job, so it's like all the whole like driving and coming back and being tired and sucking like. All of that has been really weighing on me, especially not having the club. Yeah. So, and then losing my best homie Marcos in comedy, like we did everything together, like wrote together, did shows together, open mics, produced. Like, so when he left the past year, I've really just not even been scrambling, but I've just kind of been in like a weird like limbo where I'm like, I used to do stand up with this dude so much, and now I'm like, I don't have him to do stand up with anymore. So I've had to really change how I do stand up, and it's really made me be like, oh dude, like, do you really want this, Anthony? Do you really want what this is gonna take? And I had those questions with myself all the time, and I feel like to a degree I still want it because I woke up at 7 a.m. on a Sunday to come do a podcast, so it's like
the new color.
There we go, black. Hey. So I don't know, dude, it's hard because like I want to be serious about it, but I feel like I do better when I'm with like a group or like
same. Since I've started, it's felt like I've done it entirely alone. But I get to hang out with my buddies at the end of it all. Mm-hmm. But I'd see everybody clicked up, and I'd be like, wow, no wonder it's so fun for them. Like I used to go to the skate park all the time, and if I went to the skate park and had like never met anybody, I would have stopped like in the first week. Yeah. But the first day at the skate park is somebody that I knew from my past, and they're like very welcoming and come on, inviting. So it's really funny watching like clicked up comedians, like they're inviting for the moment, but especially for me, I see them and I'm like, this is a hangout for everybody. Yeah, this is a group. Like, cool, I get to go here, I get to see everybody, and then maybe we'll go do something else after. I got a family, so usually I'm I can't do that. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. It sounds super fun. It does sound super fun, but I just can't. Yeah. So a lot of that, sometimes I'm just at home and I'm thinking, I'm going, the fear of missing out. Yeah. Right? I'm going, everybody's having such a good time. They're at the Monday mic. Mm-hmm. I'll never make it to a Monday mic. Yeah. Until Ada's 3 years old, I'll never make it to a Monday mic. So I'm like, fuck, man, I could be doing so much. And that's when I'm like, I guess I do take it seriously. I'm considering leaving my family to tell a joke. Tell a joke at an open mic that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Nothing out
Like,
of it.
subconsciously, I take it so seriously, I hate myself for it. Like, truly. Oh, I get on stage and I'm like, I'm too fat to be funny, you know? I get on stage, I go, who wants to fucking see a big old ugly guy make them laugh? Tim Dillon's the funniest guy ever. Fucking Ralphie May was the funniest guy ever to me. So I'm like, I got to throw that out immediately. But like I say, my sense of seriousness is like very, what's the word? Superficial. You know? Whenever I think about it, I'm like, I guess I'm not even taking this as serious as I think I. Holy shit, that dog broke the fence.
He's gonna rape your dog.
Serious for some pussy, but
Yo, Maggie's a whore.
I think exactly like I'm always on a superficial level about it, you know. So I'm trying to take it seriously, but on a genuine level, you know.
Well, it's like, what are your goals in it?
Be funny enough that the Wells like, hey, you want to? Someone fucking pulled out for tonight. Do you want to do 5 minutes? Like, you know when they have a big show going on, and they're like, oh, someone's opening, but they're not here tonight. Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Because I know who they call. They call the people that work there. So I'm like, all right, perfect. That's the immediate people you would ask. I don't want to work there.
Yeah,
I want to be funny enough to where they're like, hey, come do this. But like you say, you got to network. You got to be nice to people. You can't give your opinion on things because I disagree with just about everybody on anything.
Yeah.
So immediately they go, I would never call him for anything because we would argue about something or we would, I'll just be, what's the word? Troublesome, you know, which I'm trying to not be. But also when I'm not, whenever I try to be like passive to people, that's exactly how I feel as passive. I feel as though I'm being like maybe it's just the intensity of being mixed race, you know, I swear to God, it has to do with it because you're not.
How so?
Well, so Mexican people, Latin people, anybody from, I want to say like Spain, Italy, they have like a different passion about them, a very like fiery, like you know, you get them riled up, they start talking with their hands, they're like, like anybody.
Me.
But literally,
yeah.
a lot of people that have any kind of like Latin, whatever you want to call it, heritage, white people have a very timid demeanor, especially after the fucking Crusades and everything, whatever you want to talk about. But anyone can get political about it. But in this day and age, they have a very timid, docile demeanor. And I was raised by very like calm white people, very calm white people. That's my dad's mom, but my dad is half and half too.
Right, half Mexican, half white. Yeah.
And his half of Mexican is fiery.
Yeah.
Like
machismo,
that guy's a murderer.
like really fucking,
my dad went to prison because someone goes, oh, that girl got a fat ass, and he shot them. That's why my dad went to prison. So,
R.I.P.
Yeah, exactly. Rest in peace.
I was here, like me and Michael's friends were all hanging out, and then Michael's, oh yeah, my dad's coming. All his friends left, like, oh shit, and then just dipped.
And you stayed?
I didn't know how serious this was.
I had to get a feel for him. But, so I think that's a big part of why I'm constantly like conflicted in it, because I'm like, I want to just be an easygoing Ian Bag kind of guy. You know? I think he's great, funny because he's so chill.
Dude, I love that improv, like just silliness, like
silly.
But
sometimes I get up there, I'm being silly. And I'm like, they're not taking me seriously enough. Right? And I'm like, that could be the fucking entitled white dude in me who's like, what, you guys aren't listening to me? But I 100%, I'm like, it's the fucking it's the Mexican in me. Who's that Mexican? It's the Pancho Villa in me that's like, you guys aren't fucking listening to me. You know,
Take your belt off.
yeah. So I feel like I'm really trying to, and I feel like one of the only ways to like tame that or keep that docile, the fiery Mexican, is like religion, like Catholicism, Christianity, something like that, because those are the people you meet that were like the nutso, but they're like, I found God.
And I think a lot of it too is like you get older, your testosterone dips. So it's
And
like,
so no, exactly. And I'm balding, and I read so much propaganda. They go, if you're balding, that just means you have high testosterone. So I'm like, like
I wish that was the case, dog. I'm balding. I don't know if that's the case.
I think it's just the goy stuff. I think it's just the bad food.
Yeah, it is, dude. It's the bad food. I blame the water, dude.
Don't get me started on Oildale water. It's fucking horrible. But yeah, so that's where my main conflict with like taking this seriously is, and I don't think it's genuine. I'm also just goofing. It's not a race thing, obviously. I'm just stupid, not funny. But subconsciously, you know, people act like race isn't a big part of like our social construct day to day. that's like the reality of my life. Is raised by an insanely, and my mother too, both insanely fiery Mexican, like passionate people for things you don't need to be passionate about. You know?
Yeah.
Which that's what I hate. I'll go to stage and I'm like, tell my Israel Palestine jokes in the back of my head. I'm like, yeah, you guys, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. But I think that's where I get it from.
The fieriness, like, I don't know if it's necessarily like. Well, here's how I get my fieriness from. I feel like my dad. I don't know if that's because he's Mexican or I'm sure there has to be some correlation between how he was raised and just his sort of just his traits and how he is, you know. So
I don't mean to generalize, but that's all I do.
No, 100%. Yeah, I feel my dad's intensity a lot, dude. Like my dad was a very intense man. So I feel like I can be intense, you know. Like I saw this fool get mad all growing up. Like I just saw him like at a certain level. I never, you know. And even when I got into arguments with comics, you know, and it's like. I can't control myself. I have to I just get like real riled up like quick, and like there's been times on stage where a heckler, like maybe once or twice, where a heckler got to me or someone was at a table and I really like had to like yell and like get mad, you know, and it definitely is like sort of like holding that back sometimes.
Right? So I don't know. That's what and obviously that's not funny, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Getting mad at people isn't funny. But that's what I wanted to end the podcast on. No, exactly, because I was like, this is a great clip. I'll probably go get my laptop so we can watch it, or I'll put it in here. But I think the perfect clip, like to kind of emphasize someone who took comedy a little too seriously, is the Kramer clip.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah,
dude is a legend. Kramer was insanely funny, probably every set he's ever done up until that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then what? He's just, you know, he's obviously like, I'm Kramer. I'm the guy. I can say what I want. Oh, some black guy's talking?
Yeah.
You maybe take this a little too seriously, dude. Like,
well, it's like if you, this isn't the N-word type thing, but like if there was a Mexican talking, I'd be like, deport this motherfucker. It's like, dude.
Which is pretty funny.
I'm just being silly. Like, no, I don't mean get the fucking
because that's what I
take him out. Like,
I think Kramer was just goofing. I think he was 100% goofing. And just like that Dave Chappelle sketch where he's like, the black guy in me is like, oh, no, you can't say that. But the comedy guy in me is like, he's just having a bad set. Mm-hmm. Like, this is honest as it gets. He was having a horrible set and was like,
yeah,
oh, this always makes him laugh.
Yeah.
But I think that's just like great, like, because obviously I took it too seriously in the moment where when I got off stage, and it's funny, I get off stage after I was like, what's up? And then Steve comes up to me, he goes, hey man, you gotta talk to Dave Yates. And I was like, I'm not talking to Dave Yates. Get the fuck out. Yeah, Steve told me, he's like, no, he's out there saying things about you, like trying to get you kicked out of here. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll talk to him.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if you just saying I have to talk to Dave Yates is crazy. I'm like, you're fucking out of your mind.
Yeah.
But still, I think that is the perfect way to probably like say goodbye. There's never going to be like real closure on this subject. It's almost like talking about the human condition, you know?
Mm-hmm. Always an ongoing conversation.
Always ongoing, which is why this is only going to be 10 episodes long. And then we're never doing the pod again.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
We're going to do 10, and then we'll see how that goes. I might do another season with another question, but right now it's 10 episodes, 10 guys, and then we'll be out of your hair. So thanks for sticking with us, guys. Anthony, thank you for coming.
Orange is the new color black.
There we go.
The new color.
I don't watch either of those, but watch the new color.
Oh, it involves women in prison?
What are they going to scissor for 27 episodes? Fuck.
I hereby sentence you to scissoring for 25 years.
You guy can come so much. But yeah, thank you, everybody. We'll figure this out.
Peace.
Peace.